happy Tuesday. My name is Kiana Yamada, and we're doing a beautiful a chamber chat here live in our campus at the chamber. But today I have right here is Claire for the Claire May Photography and Design. And you might recognize her because we just did a beautiful ribbon cutting here as well at the chamber. How are you?
I am good. Overwhelmed, but I'm good. I'm happy. I'm excited.
I bet.
I know I can't believe it's already been a week.
That's crazy,
Feels like
right?
it was just yesterday.
Well, and that one was a very special one because just hearing your story behind what you have done, but making that an official business, you have fully left your previous job, a full-time corporate job, correct?
Correct.
And now you're doing this full on. I think that is a huge accomplishment in your lifetime. So talk about your photography. Let's start over. Let's do more of your background and your story. Why did you get into photography?
So I am originally from Philippines. I am the oldest of all the siblings. So I am the first gen in my family. I was put up for adoption, and during that time, I went through a really, really traumatic time of my life. I was sexually abused. So photography became my out. So I wanted to capture people's photos because I felt like I couldn't see the beauty inside of me.
Wow.
So I wanted to see the beauty outside. And whenever I take photos, I specifically make sure that I capture a beautiful photo that you yourself may have never even seen, that you can actually look like that. You know, I don't play with like Photoshops and like editing like your face and stuff, but I make sure I tell your story in a way you've never seen before.
So you're really capturing something that we don't even see. You find the moment in us that is impactful and sounds very powerful. And that's kind of something big because we had a last conversation with another member where, the pandemic kind of happened and it lost a lot of people's mental awareness, their self-confidence. So I'm wondering, did you kind of see that during the pandemic where everyone was kind of away, distant, Zoom? Now coming out of it, is there kind of a lot of people having that self-doubt or?
Yes, absolutely. I feel like during the COVID time, it was either it made you or it break you. And like as I was telling you before we started the interview, is that I am a minister, so it's like a lot of the times I saw that, and a lot of people lost their drive, their passion, and their will.
Absolutely.
Really, you know what I mean? Because you don't know what was happening.
Absolutely.
And as a person that was still working, photography kind of got put in the back burner because it's like I was scared. I didn't want to take pictures, and then when things kind of got a little bit better, it was like, okay, I can do this again here and there. But like I never stopped. I would still do self-portraits. So I was so bored that my husband and I like really took all kinds of selfies.
That's fun though.
So because I was like, I didn't want to not like have a creative outlet, especially we were just at home. I was like, I was going crazy. I was like, I need photos. So all we did was like, I still perfected my craft and just kind of learn and met other people.
Wow.
And I think that's why my photography, not only do I do it here in Albuquerque, I do it all across the states.
Oh, I did not know
yes.
that. Oh, that's
so
awesome.
I have some clients who flies me out to like Florida and Arizona and other state that wants me to be that photographer for them. And a lot of them are actually authors, people who have wrote their story. And so it's like I don't know, I've always been that person that I'm like, I want to capture your story that you don't even have to explain anything. When they see the photo, they see the beauty.
Wow, that's
like immediately. Like my ultimate goal all the time when I'm taking photo is I want you to have the experience like as if you're in a Vogue magazine shoot. Like this is your moment. You paid a lot of money for me to do this for you. And like, I want to make sure you get the best out of the money you're spending in a moment that you'll remember.
That's really cool. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't even have this creativity eye like you do. So you bringing that out, I really think that's already a selling point for a lot of people. But can you explain a little bit of the services or what kind of portrait background you have? Because it sounds like you have a full range. Plus, I've seen her social media, and it's really neat to see your day-to-day journey and just what you have planned already. You were doing a school for some of these students. You did a wedding and events. But when you capture these events, like, what do you specialize? What do you see? And what do you do different than any other photographers?
I guess for me, I like to build relationship with these people.
That's
because I
beautiful.
always remember there's this Japanese rule, kaigen, and it talks about longevity of relationship. And I always believe that it's like, I don't want to just be your push a button photographer.
Right.
Like, I want to be that person that, like, I became your friend.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And I was there for you, not just as your photographer. You need me to fix your veil, I'll fix your veil. You need me to pick up
Exactly.
a cake, I'll pick up your cake. Because at the end of the day, my photography is a service. And my service is me. How can I help you? Whatever
like
that
that.
may be, you know? And so whether it's children, wedding, business, it's always to the point of the end of, let me make you happy. You know what I mean? And like a lot of it's hard to take pictures of kids, first of all.
Really?
Yes, it is not easy. If I have a choice, I'm like, whew, no children. But like, they bring a certain type of like environment to you that it makes you challenge as a photographer to make you have a childlike spirit again.
How fun.
You know, because like being a photographer and being a business, it can be stressful. There's a
I bet.
lot of hats you have to wear.
I bet.
But at the same time, you cannot lose that creative flow of joy inside of you, that childlike creativity that you're like, oh, maybe I just want to take pictures of like, you know, a Barbie style shoot or a peacock or an alien, whatever it is, your heart's desire.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You have to allow yourself that in order for you to capture beautiful images for moments
Wow.
of people.
That's really neat to hear. Well, I want to make sure that people can get in contact with you. So, can you share your social media and even your contact, whether it's text message or phone call? What are those?
So you can actually find me on all platforms. So I'm on TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And it's all the same under name. It's under Claire_Kreger. Or you can go and visit my website at clairemayphotographyanddesigns.com. Or you can just call me at 505-553-1429. And I'll definitely answer right away. This is not like the busy season because Balloon Fiesta is right around. So I usually do Balloon Fiesta session, and those are fun, especially for like
Interesting.
it's like especially for like out of state people. Like they like to have that experience.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Capture
mean?
those moments. Wow.
So it's like this time is like busy season already.
Do you
'cause-
wake up every morning for the whole 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Usually, but this time I'm like trying to like set a boundary. I'm like, oh my god, okay, maybe we should just do like 2-3 days, because it's like now the moment I said I'm going full time, I've had to say no so many times when I worked in corporate, and now it's like I'm able to travel and see other places and experience different things, and it's nice. It's so surreal. It's still so surreal to
I
me.
bet. That's a huge leap too. So really, just getting into your own business, it does, like you said, there's a lot of hats you have to wear. Yes, it's fun, and you get to be out there and to capture these moments. But you have the editing, and you have to go through probably thousands of pictures. Our marketing team goes through that.
I think in a day I call about 2,000 photos. Wow. And I'm one of those people that's like, oh, let's go over here and here and here and here. And I'm like, oh my God, great. I'm going to have a hard time picking which one's the best.
Yeah, that is a lot of work, but I think a lot of people appreciate what you see and you capture those moments. So you really do have a creative eye, and I think a lot of people really do sometimes need that in their business or even their personal life.
Absolutely.
So I think you're in a great place with the chamber, and there's definitely connections in multiple levels. So we have to make sure we get your name out there, make sure people see more of your pictures. I do know your website also has your portraits of just everything that you have done. So it gives examples. Claire, what is your like mission for 2024? Is there something different, creative? What's your goal?
My goal really for 2024 is to have more of the freedom and get my time back, you know,
Definitely.
and be able to help other business level up just like I did.
I like
just
that.
like I took the leap, you can take the leap. And people always think that it's like a selfie is enough. It's never
Right.
enough.
Well, you got to teach them that thing.
I'm like, no selfies, please.
Yes, you definitely should start teaching that. I think that's really important. That's a great tip to share to even these small business owners. They just think a selfie is just No, and that's really something maybe we can collab with. That's important to hear, and I can't take a picture.
I'm really big on branding.
Wow,
very much big on branding, and that's another part of my design is I do social media management. So a lot of the stuff you see, it's like I make sure I stay with the brand because it's like you're the brand, and if you're all over the place and you just have a bunch of random selfies on a flyer, how do you expect people to take your business serious?
That is true. Tip of the day. There you go. Well, Claire, thank you so much for coming here. I really appreciate just showing and sharing your backstory. I think that's really important to hear as a business owner, what you've experienced. I know you probably have a lot more tips, so maybe get in contact with her. She is a member with us, so make sure you check her out on her directory, or if you want to get with membership, we're more than happy to connect you with Claire. We'll be expecting to see her at more of our events, and hopefully we'll get to see some of her work through our events as well. But other than that, Claire, thank you so much for sharing, and you guys have a great day.
Thank you.